I think it's funny that we translate like names from English to Spanish. Like Christopher Columbus is Cristobal Colon.
Well, I think that was in Spanish first.
Well, which one's right?
Because Cristobal was from Italy. And
No, he's from Spain.
I thought he was Italian.
Actually, I don't fucking know.
Look it up.
Christopher Columbus.
Point is, he was
from Ohio.
He was in like English.
Why is his name Cristobal Colon? And why is it Christopher? So does that mean I have a Spanish translation?
And yours is Ramirez, no? Hijo de Ramiro.
Hijo de Ramiro. Who the fuck?
Who's Ramiro, bro?
Who's Ramiro, bro? Because I never met him. He was a Italian explorer. Wow, you're really good, bro. Do me. Nah.
Okay, I'm like, takes my coke out.
Take my coke out. What's up, everybody?
How you guys doing?
Welcome to CharroBeans podcast, a Mariachi podcast.
Yeah. Bro, I noticed these last few episodes, like, se me ven los ojerotas, güey. Parezco zombie. That shit.
Zombie or El Zombie?
No, like a zombie.
I think that's why they call him that.
Yeah, right? Because he
I think he
sleep or
told
some
me,
shit.
he said because he's got like, what are they called again?
Ojeras.
Ojeras, yeah. Because, I mean, have you noticed a change in your body yet? That you're older?
Like what?
I don't know, like just in general, like I notice the pains thing is real. Like, you know how they say like when you're older, like you have a bad back, you have this. I think it's real. Like where you just have pains. Like you wake up and certain things just hurt. Like, I don't know if it's because they're tired or qué pedo, but
No, maybe more of a posture thing. Or like you're sitting down too much.
it could be. I mean, I'm at a desk a lot.
It's probably it.
So you don't have any pains.
Not really. Like pains, like que te duele todo el día and stuff.
Not all day, but I mean, just waking up like not
Waking
refreshed.
up?
What?
Like waking up?
Yeah, sometimes when I get up, it's like a chore. It's like a
No, tú estás mal, güey.
no.
O sea, sí me ha pasado like que duermes mal. You know, like you wake up and you're like,
Little, yeah. Something popped. I heard it.
yeah, my shoulder.
Damn.
But yeah, like I wake up, I'm just like,
Yeah. Damn.
yeah.
No, like I just been noticing things now that I'm older. I guess that like little things.
Oh,
Just,
I do get heartburn now.
I thought you were gonna say I do get hard.
No, eso desde los 10. Like, yeah.
Heartburn. With food.
Yeah.
Like when you eat like heavy
Like,
things.
like if I eat heavy and I go to sleep right after, which sometimes happens like on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So now what I do is like me como mi Whataburger y luego me tomo una Tums. O not a Tums. ¿Cómo se llaman? The antacids? Oh, an antacid.
Tums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tums.
Yeah. But like they sell them like as little like gummies or chewables now. So like hasta saben rico.
So it's like
So it's like a little treat. Yeah.
It's a little. I want something sweet.
Sí,
And you eat a little. What is it? A gummy?
yeah.
No, está bien, güey. No, I've been noticing little things, and for some reason I'm still sick, bro. Like if you listen to last week's episode, every once in a while I was doing like a cough here and there, and I'm still doing the same, man. Like
She went to the doctor.
I think it's the longest I've been sick
Have I
ever.
told you this story?
No.
Because you know how there's like a fungus going around?
For what? What kind of fungus?
Not The Last of Us type of fungus. Like it's like a fungus it's kind of like te da como gripe, but es de hongo, and like
You get fungus like in places?
yeah.
Like where?
What do you mean where?
Like for
Anywhere.
it to actually come out? What do you mean?
Like respiratory. Like it goes
in your lungs.
Yeah.
Oh, I
don't
use those.
I
that
just know
often.
it gives you a fever. Point is, you've seen The Last of Us, right?
No.
You know what it's about?
Fungus.
Yeah, like
Pedro Pascal being a daddy.
Right. Have you seen you'd have at least seen like wait, cállate.
Dude, I'm dying over here.
Okay, well if any of you guys know The Last of Us, you've heard about a fungus that like gets in like ants, and that fungus essentially controls their nervous system and like makes them do things. So they're like little ant zombies. Okay, what's a real thing? Like there's a fungus that goes into insects and like it controls them and then it makes them do whatever they do, right?
Okay.
So that's what The Last of Us is based off of. Supposedly this fungus like learns to adapt because of global warming, heats up so they can survive in hotter temperatures. So like you're like a human body, right? So it's able to go into the human body and control and that's how it turns into zombies. Like this fungus controls like your nervous system. And that's how the show starts. Like, no spoilers because this show has been out for a while. Or skip ahead, I don't know.
I think everybody has seen it.
Yeah, so like this show starts with like, it looks like a show of like Oprah, right? And like, not Oprah, but it's like an interview. And they're interviewing these two doctors and they're like, well, what's the next great threat to humanity or whatever? And this guy explains like fungus because it can do this and that, right? So I take my mom to Whataburger. And we're eating, and she's talking like her day, her, you know, and she dice que viene una enfermedad de hongos, y quién sabe qué. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like they call it like fever or something, quién sabe qué. She's like, no, pero dice el doctor que puede controlar personas y no sé qué. And I'm
like control people?
Yeah, like, cause it. She said she saw a video of like an ant like with the fungus and it's
was she watching like Primer Impacto?
No.
Fucking
no.
Acceso Total.
So I'm just like, what the fuck?
Studio 29.
Like, I was like, I didn't hear that. I'm like, where you see this? She's like, I saw it on TikTok. And I was like, so I look up.
That's it.
I go, The Last of Us, episode 1. I don't know. I'm like, ¿este señor? She's like, sí, yes. I'm like, this is a show, mom. like, ama, es un show. Like, no es de verdad, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, ¿Tú cómo saber qué es lo que es verdad? I'm like, not TikTok, you know? Like,
that's true.
And it's because that beginning is very convincing because they try to make it look like real life, you know? So, like, yeah.
Well,
like,
it worked
yeah.
on your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom starts sucking up shit. She's like, tenemos que comprar cereal,
Sí, güey,
uvas.
She's like, no sé.
Tums.
Quemar cuerpos. I'm like, no, man. Like, it's all good. Like,
no, man, I don't know.
That shit was funny.
I hope the sickness subsides soon.
Oh, that's where I was going with this. Don't you? Maybe you have that?
No, I don't think I have the thing from Last of Us. That's for sure.
No way.
But
this is going in my mind.
No, I just think I'm allergies and everything going around. I don't know. Maybe I got COVID-20, bro. I don't know.
2023.
Maybe. I don't know.
New update.
New update. Software update. We're gonna install when you were asleep. you know how it asked me that?
Yeah.
I like how if you don't update your phone, it starts saying that shit, and then eventually, if you don't say yes, it's like it's gonna be installed tonight, like from 2 to 4. Like we know you're asleep, bro. Like we know when you sleep.
We're not asking anymore.
Yeah, we're not asking. Ya te chingaste, güey. And that's what sucks. Like if you have an older phone, I feel like if you don't want to update, it's because like you have an older phone, and then your phone's like committing suicide. It's just like because if I get that software update, everything's gonna fucking crash on the phone. Bro, I'm still scared. My parents have an iPhone 7 and 8.
I miss my 7.
I just hope that they, I don't know, another 10 years hopefully with that phone. Because as soon as madre, when I have to get a new phone for them, because it's like, how do I get all my contacts? How do I get all my pictures? They don't want to lose anything, and I gotta be the one. I gotta be the Apple genius to do it. It's really annoying because like I'm the only one that can do it. That will do it because it's like it's a painful like process. Like it just takes so fucking long. So I'm just hoping that thing keeps kicking until they make it easier.
10 years until your cup goes away.
I don't know. I guess. Today's episode, Charro topic of the day, deals with how did I word it? I always come up. Actually, this is one that you came up with. You sent it to me. The quiz. Yeah.
No me acuerdo.
Charro topic of the day is ways you have told your boss / group that you're quitting, and how did that go? Now, this could be a situation that obviously affects a lot of people. As far as I know, when people usually leave a group, I mean, you'd want to leave in the best terms. Because honestly, like leaving a group, it's like breaking up with like somebody, because you're just like, and then you go off in your separate ways. You know, like you say your goodbyes and then you take off. Because I mean, think about it. Like how much time you spend with these people that you play with, like it's a lot of time. So when you suddenly cut that off, like yeah, it's like a cutoff. Like you don't see those people that often anymore.
I think you're talking more about quitting a job.
No, I mean this is what this is. It's a job.
Sadly, I don't think it's really breaking up with someone. It's more like you're used to spending like a 9 to 5 with certain people, and now you're saying your goodbyes, and now you're like, bueno, pues ni modo.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You
said like a breakup.
It is like a
relationship breakup.
All right. I mean, think about it. Like, I mean, we're not like kissing each other or nothing. I mean, unless you're in that type of group. But I'm saying, like, you know, you do this, you do a little bit of the hugging, do a little bit of the kiss on the cheek. I don't know.
The cuddling.
Oh, you get
kissing
once you leave your group, you don't get all that anymore. Yes, that's solo way.
Yeah. Try to find another group that does that, you know.
Try to find another group where, like, in the van, y'all cuddle, bro,
with the same warmth.
Yeah, and then or like you have a blanket and you're like, hey, wait, you wanna throw it over both of y'all, you know?
Another blanket, it's like, oh fuck, I need a blanket.
I don't know, Yahweh. Point is, it could be it's a process, bro. I mean, before we get into everybody else's situations, I mean, if you left, I mean, you've left several groups, I guess you could say, up until this point. How did that go for you?
It wasn't the worst. I like to give like notice. I never liked quitting on the spot because I feel like that's shitty. Even if you don't like I've quit because I've hated like the certain bosses. But like I don't want to do it to the guys where like, especially the last group I quit. I wasn't very what's the word? What's the saying? Eye to eye, right?
Like, was it a bad breakup?
Not a bad breakup, but like we didn't get along, like me and the boss. You know? And
that's what I mean. Like, I guess those, if I had a problem with someone, I guess I wouldn't feel as bad. I mean, I would still.
Well, I mean, I like the rest of the guys, you know, because we were like essentially 5, and every once in a while we get like an extra player, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty small group. 5 of them. So
like, it was just that one guy that I didn't like have a good relationship with, but the rest we were like pretty cool, and like we were always together because we would have like a planta in Tyler, bro. Which, if you're not from Metroplex, Tyler is like 2 hours away. 2.5 hours.
Well, I don't know. So you would go every Sunday?
We would leave every Friday, like at 5, because the planta was like at 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And, you know, we built a bond because we were together for so long. I mean, and sometimes we had gigs over there, so we would spend the night there. And then there were times where we would come back on Monday, bro. Because, I mean, we worked, like, that group, like anything that was work, they took it. They never said no to anything.
Yeah.
And, eventually I couldn't deal with that guy, you know. So I remember when school came back, when school was about to start, I told him like, hey, like school's about to start. That was my excuse. Like, I can't be coming like at Mondays, you know, because I don't have
up
school.
To your 8 a.m. Like,
no, si me veía mal. Like,
you would get there like for app chemistry, but it's like fucking art.
Yeah. No, en ese tiempo se me veía mal. Like that's how much we worked. Like it took like I looked like extra pale, and like this shit was like purple, black, like se estaba mal.
Yeah. No, I can't imagine, bro.
And I told him like, hey, like, I'm quitting. I'm pretty sure he saw it because he saw how like uncomfortable I was with him and how much I enjoyed making him mad. Like not the type of mad where like people enjoy it. Like I was trying to like I would piss this guy off for fun, like for funsies. That was my hobby.
my hobby. Your goal in life was to torture this dude. Like to hell.
I want this guy's blood pressure through the roof, you know. And I told him like, hey, like these are my last 2 weeks. school starts in like August. He's like, okay, no, pues está bien, and that was it.
So he didn't say anything after that?
No,
He just kind of
I'm
let it
pretty sure
happen?
he was glad too.
Oh.
Oh,
really?
I was
Wow.
I was a bitch too, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then like my last day too, like he told the guys, but I think the guys thought I was only like not coming on Fridays.
Like the weekend?
Yeah.
Or, oh, okay.
Yeah, because when I saw him again, they were like, "Yeah, like you just like left, and then like you didn't come back next week." And then we asked him like, "Hey, where's Victor?" He's like, "He quit." I told you. He's like, "Ah, no mames, güey, ni nos despedimos bien ni nada." Like no like hugs or nothing. It was just like a regular like, "Nah, nos vemos."
It wasn't like one of those situations where you could actually say goodbye, like in the movies.
Yeah.
It feels like you got fired.
Oh, maybe.
Like anytime there's like a firing, you just leave.
You
don't come back.
You just disappear.
Yeah, you just disappear. You're just like no longer around.
Yeah. Now, like the boss just didn't relay the message well, like you know.
Yeah.
Because he told him like, "Well, I told you guys like he quit." It's
Yeah.
like, you never said that, bro. You just said like he wasn't coming. Like
Yeah.
that's what I said.
That's what I mean. Because like that's what I'm saying. Like the situation could be weird. Because like for example, this isn't really one, but it's like you weren't here when we had a guy named Don Nicanor.
No, yeah, you guys talk about him a lot.
Yeah, Don Nicanor was this really old guy that would come play with Arturo's group for a while, and I gigged with him a couple of times, and he came out and everything. And then one time we dropped him off at his house, which was like something that was a little weird. Went to his house, dropped him off, and then he just tells Arturo like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Mexico, and I'll call you when I get back." To this day, bro, I guess we're still waiting on the call because he never called. I hope he made it to Mexico. Estaba viejito, you know. So
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully he's out there, you know.
Like, un susto de abuelo madre, güey, like.
Sí, güey, you know. But it's a little wild to think about, like this guy that just stopped showing up. We're like, all right, well, I guess we're down a violin. All of a sudden, you know, when he went to Mexico, we're hoping that he made it and that anda triunfando, you know, somewhere in Mexico, you know. But yeah, I mean, so there's just different situations that can happen whenever you're leaving a group. It could be awkward. It could be a little.
It does get awkward, like if the boss doesn't get it. Because I remember when I quit my first group, which was Imperial, like they just gave me like what's it called?
The what?
The silent treatment. Like I would just get ignored, you know?
Yeah. No, I know what that is.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, wait, you know.
But the older I get, the more I saw that as like being really like petty. Like it sounds weird to me.
Like,
because I mean, if I think about it now, like the old boss at the time was as old as I am now. I'm probably older than him at this point. And like all the pettiness like that I saw back then and seeing it now, I'm like damn, I was acting like the older person, which
like,
always like freaks me the fuck out. Because like someone older, I think, should always be the bigger person if they're older. They should be able to realize because they're older, they can learn from their mistakes. But no, like people are just don't do that. You know what I mean?
Well, people grow up at different rates,
which is a little weird.
Yeah,
I can elaborate on that right now in a second if we get there. But these are some of you guys' responses. A lot of you guys said I sent some stuff. So this person says I brought my traje to rehearsal and said see you later. I played harp, so no 2 weeks needed.
I still think you needed 2 weeks.
I was gonna say like as a harp, I guess you could just kind of take off.
You're not like essentially essential, but you're still like a body. Like people do take in mind like, hey, you promised me 8 people, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, pues cada quien. ¿Sabes qué más? No.
But I mean, just to bring the traje to rehearsal, that's kind of funny to me because it's like, I can imagine working at Taco Casa and just like showing up like, here's a fucking hat, deuce.
That's actually how I quit for
damn. You did it, bro?
Juvenil
in the valley?
Because I remember I was going through it, and I was just like, no, pues I have to go back. And I remember I showed up. I went to the director's office, And he's like, hey, what's up, Vic? And then he's like, traje. He's like, I was like, bro, I'm sorry. It's good. You know, X cosa pasó and this and that. And he's like, no, está bien, you know. I was like, deja el traje ahí. And then we were just kind of talking after that. And then I remember Juan Mireles walked in.
Shout out wherever he is.
Yeah, bro, what happened to that guy?
He's so
He walked in and he's like, and he's like, he's like, ¿ya te vas, güey? like, you know, like
I'm disappointed.
He said something like that.
He's like, hey, ¿qué pasó?
Yeah.
I can imagine that.
He said something like that. I'm like, see, it's good, you know. Stuff happened.
Was it you were gonna come back to Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we just kind of like, damn, bro. I think we went to like IHOP after that.
Right.
And then I remember doing that. Like, just showed up with the traje.
You left it there.
And he already knew. Like, this was like, damn.
¿Lo lavaste?
Huh? No. I mean, I don't think we use them that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lo dejaste con.
I know it's a hard player.
You're like, huele a mí.
Yeah. And I was a hard player too. So I mean, it didn't matter como dice este.
Yeah. That's kind of funny though, just showing up with the traje and just be like, oh, what are you doing, bro? Come on.
No, te imaginas quitting with Arturo right now, showing up with like five trajes, where you're like, hey, bro.
Well, that's the thing with Arturo, with our boss. Like, yeah, we have like, I still have like the old. Do you have the old trajes?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So I have all the old trajes, like the Allende way. Allende we used to wear it like seguido.
Well, I think even he got rid of those.
Apparently, he told me he was gonna send them to someone in Mexico, like to donate them. Yeah. I was like, because when he said like I'm gonna just donate them, bro, I'm like, to what? Like to like Goodwill? Like I'm gonna see someone wearing one of these jackets, like
escuelita,
you know, Gran Plaza. Like some dude's gonna think it's like, you know, cool to just walk around in one of these.
Yeah.
But like at my parents' house right now, I have a closet full of trajes that because Arturo never asked for them, so I just have them there, and we stopped wearing them, so they're just there. So if like one day I just quit and just go to Arturo, I just look like Santa Claus.
Montaña.
He's like, I thought I'll wait. You know, but yeah, that's kind of funny. This person said, honestly, I told him I found a better opportunity and stop showing. Yeah, people need to. Punctuation goes a long way, guys. I stopped showing. Like there should be a period there. Boss was a caiman. So yeah, I mean, I can see how just like wanting to leave like as a better opportunity. There's always a better opportunity. Like it's always gonna. I feel like selfishly, you should always do whatever is best for you. Because I mean, obviously, like
that's what I did with my first group.
Because
that's when Arturo was like, "Hey, bro, you want to join?" I'm like,
"Oh,
sure."
so did you leave Imperial for?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I told the guy Imperial, and he was like, "Damn, bro." And I mean, I think I gave him like a month's worth of work, which was like 3 hours.
Which is more than you can say about some people. Like just like at least giving them time to replace you, just like in a job. You know, it's like putting in your 2 weeks, but yours was how long?
It was. I told him like I'll do the last gig that was booked when I was part of the group, which wasn't a long time. It was like a month.
Still a good amount of 30 days.
Yeah. And then I told Arturo, "Estoy listo," and he was like, "You're fired." I was like, "Oh shit." You know?
Oh really? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
So what'd you do after that?
That's when I started like Maramendo. That's when I started growing, bro. Because that's when I made all these groups. I'm like,
damn,
verga.
I'm like, dang, you guys go hard.
Me camañaron y todo.
No, but
that's what, you ever see things when you're a kid and now when you think about it, you're like, oh, you ever have those moments?
I love that because it makes me feel like, damn, I don't know shit.
Yeah.
I like those and then I don't like them because then I'm like, fuck, ¿cómo no me dicen nada, güey? You know, like.
Okay, yo te voy a decir una. I was, it was around that time because I remember, my phone was getting passed around. You know, I was trying to work.
Damn, you're getting passed around, bro?
Yeah, and I was playing. I played with this group who plays the Lupitas. So if you know, you know. And we were playing at Lupitas, and I mean, I didn't have a car, so the boss of the group picked me up from Fort Worth to go all the way to Dallas.
Okay.
Right, so we were working and then we were doing our thing. When we're coming back, this guy was like, no, es que tú tocas muy bien, o sea, tú tocas chingón, o sea, tocas todos los tonos, te lo sabes, cosa, sí, güey, yo cuando tocaba, me salían sangre en los dedos, güey, pinche. And I'm like, this guy's fucking hyper, bro. But
Hyper.
see, I'm like, it's 1 a.m. What are you so excited about? Yeah. And now I'm like, oh. You know? So yeah,
it's on that good shit.
See, if you know, you know. I guess I can't.
It was snowing. I guess
no free clap.
It was. No, but yeah, you're a little oblivious to things when you're young, because I mean, you don't know what's really out there. You know, like once you get older, you're like, dang.
I was so close to it, bro, as a kid.
Yeah, and that's honestly, I like I've heard also of like young people that are barely getting into the industry of like playing. The thing about it, like, it's not always rainbows and stars and butterflies, like, and you just come and it's not like we come and hang out, I mean, and just make our money and then go home. Like, there's a work in on that, but then also, like, you could be put into situations where you're not going to be comfortable, or it's not always safe, bro. Like, I mean, I could say, at least in our group, like, for the most part, I think everything is controlled. Like, I feel like, as far as I know, I feel like everything's in our control. Do you know? Agree with me. 75%. 70? 65.
I try to keep it together, bro.
50? I'll just stop counting.
I got it.
Okay. Point is, you could be in a situation with obviously like things aren't. Yo, I'm in control. Like we control our destiny as of right now. As of right now. Mm-hmm. But I think things in general, like if you're like brand new to the scene, think about it like this: like if you started today and you were 14, like tocas bien, you know, and you get put in a situation where like you play with a group, you don't know anybody. Everybody there is like 40 plus. You're playing in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's just things start to get a little weird, you know, especially if you're young, bro. Because again, you're oblivious to everything when you're young. Like, you don't know about anything other than the things you've seen like on TV or movies.
Well, the thing is,
you haven't experienced real life yet.
Like, the thing is that you think it only happens on TV. You know, like you don't think that it's gonna happen to you or like near you until you see it in front of you, and then you're just kind of like, wait, like this is real, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's what I mean. Like you're oblivious to it until like it happens, and even then, like you said right now, like it could happen years later, and you're like, oh, that's what that was. I thought we were just eating powdered donuts. The next person said, we were getting measured for new suits, and I said it was best that I didn't get one because I was moving.
Just abuelo que pedo.
Just abuelo que pedo, for real, dude. I guess we could say that, right? Because I mean, he moved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because we were getting new suits, and Arturo was like, "Hey guys, like, come meet over here, like, so we can get fitted for the new trajes."
And you knew, right? You know he was leaving.
Yeah, I will,
because I had known for like.
I think
you told me like in November or September.
Yeah.
And then
I think we all knew he was gonna move.
Yeah.
Like eventually. So
minus Arturo, I guess.
Yeah, except for the person who probably should have known.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like whenever he said like, all right, we're gonna meet here like to do the suits or whatever.
He's like, no, pues sí, no,
sí. We're all like, vamos a medir los trajes, ¿verdad?
¿Todos?
No, sí,
yo,
no,
Sammy,
sí.
Saúl, Saúl, you're going there? Like, just like,
I wish I could flip it to where it's like empty. It's like Saúl, and it just goes in like that. Yeah. Oh shit. No, yeah. No, but sí está cabrón. I mean, if at least like this person says, like they said, okay, well I'm moving, so like. Maybe it's best I don't have to try it. So it's like, oh, okay, well, sounds good. Appreciate you.
Oh, you know what happened too when I quit my first group? Like, because you know how I had practices and shit? And we had like a group chat. or what
do we have a
was
group chat?
or like back then what was considered like a group chat? Because I don't think like your phones had like the whole.
Was it it was probably just like a text group, no?
Yeah,
We would just text each
like,
other. Yeah,
like you could send like a text, but
Yeah.
like if you text it back, it will make like a new box. Like it wouldn't be like
Yeah.
a whole group type of conversation.
yeah.
So it would be like, practice at 7 on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, oh, tú no, Victor. Like,
Oh, really?
Like, tú descansa, güey. I'm like, ni me la sabía, güey.
I wasn't going anyway.
Sí, güey.
I wasn't even gonna learn it.
I'm gonna learn it in a different key.
You're like 4 sharps, right?
Six sharps.
Yeah. Part 2 on that one, the boss cried. I would feel bad, bro, honestly, if the boss cried.
Bro.
Like,
I think they were just like really like buddies.
Yeah.
You think Arturo would cry when one of us quit?
I don't know. Arturo's a little emotional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So would he?
Should
we do a prank on Arturo?
Huh?
Should we do a prank on Arturo?
Both
like,
leave?
Muchas gracias. I think I've done it. I think I've done it like, bueno, no sé qué, muchas gracias. No, pues el jueves, ¿de qué traje? You know,
Yeah.
It's like, hijo de pu.
Yeah. No, I think he would get like a little down. You know what I mean? Like he would be down. Like he'd be like
down to what?
And then he would be like a little passive aggressive too. He's like, el Sammy se quiere salir. You know, he would just say some shit like that. But like all sad, like not even like condescending. It's just like, y luego también pues el Víctor, I guess. You know, that's Arturo, bro. No, quién sabe. Basically gave a 3-week notice I was leaving, was
Good.
upset, but he was still professional about it. Well, I like that too. Because, I mean, honestly, it could be daunting, bro. Like, you're telling this person that, like, has been supplying you, you know, work and steady.
No, but that's mutual.
No. I get that. But it does go both ways. Like, obviously, you're providing a service, but he's also giving you the service. Like, he's providing you the opportunity to service. You know what I mean? And, like, if you have a really good boss, like, I think I would thank my boss, because the boss, again, does a lot. Like, if they're a good boss, I mean, they have to communicate with clients. I mean, this past week, Arturo didn't come gig with us. He went on vacation, right?
Yeah.
So
on Holy Weekend.
So he left us, you know, to fend for ourselves, you know. And how much of a difference is it when he's not there? I mean, it feels like we're the freshman, you know, group. We're a bunch of kids, like, que no saben nada. And, like, when people come up to talk to us, we're like, fuck, we can't throw the boss at them. Like,
bro, una señora se me rimó. And she was like...
La rimón.
Sí, casi. No, una viejita. And she was like, ¿a dónde van después de aquí? I'm like, pues, creo que vamos a Dallas. And then she's just like, no, pero ¿dónde los contrataron después de aquí? No, ¿quién tiene el contrato? I'm like, in Dallas, you know, like, in Dallas. I guess I thought she was old, so I started like speaking up, like,
oh, so you were like, in Dallas. You're like, oh, fucking.
No, vamos a Dallas. And she just like, and then she walked away. She didn't bother to end the conversation, bro. It was when I was eating, like, by myself with that plate. Remember, because you guys were kind of eating like together, like at the tables,
at that wedding.
At the wedding. And then I was eating like by myself.
Yeah.
This lady just came up. It's like, ¿dónde es la tocada la que sigue? I'm like, en Dallas. It's like, ¿pero quién tiene el contrato? I'm like, en Dallas. And then she just like, and then she just walked away.
She
bro.
probably thought you were dumb, bro. So he's pendejo, no me entiende.
Yeah, she didn't. I don't know what she was saying, bro.
I don't know.
Because I thought she was saying like, where are you guys playing after this?
That's so. It's so hard to talk to someone you can't understand. Like, just earlier, right now when we were playing for the Rangers, me and my sister were right next to each other. So like, this guy came up to my sister, like, viejito, started talking to her about some shit, and I'm right next to her, so I can hear. And he was complimenting her, but for the life of me, I don't know what the fuck he was saying. So it was just like, and I was just like, what the fuck did he say? And like my sister was like, and I just remember thinking like, I can't communicate with this motherfucker. Like at all. Like I don't know what the hell he just said. So I'm like, in Dallas. It's just like it trips me out that I can't understand them. Like I feel like I feel like they're thinking I'm the like dumb one that can't understand. So I'm just like I can't. I'm sorry. Like I can't.
Like he's not like a talker. Like
yeah. I just that it's weird, you know. But it's weird. It's funny. Someone sent DM. This one's a long one. I don't know how to read. I don't know why y'all give me these like super long ones.
Those are the best ones.
Huh?
Those are the best ones.
No, yeah, but it's just I can't
You got this,
I can't
bro.
read. All right, here we go. This was in December. I was in a group that sort of fell apart and then joined forces with a different group. Oh, like a mega group. The new violinist is bien marro. Nice. Like would give me stank eyes, tell me to shut up when I would sing like segundas choruses. God damn. Cállate. When I would sing segundas choruses or like literally play anything. So then it was Virgen weekend this December and we were a few gigs in. Then at a 3-hour gig when he was being a complete ass to me loudly in front of the clients, I went outside during our break. I told the boss that I couldn't do it anymore, and he said that it was understandable and asked what I wanted to do. So after the first hour, I cried and went home and then just declined all the text gigs on the Google Calendar after that. Dang. I do not believe in bullying someone during the gig or even bullying because I'm like, bro, I'm a whole ass adult. Like, dime bien. You know what I mean? Why are you twinkling at me? What are you saying? What do you think?
No, I couldn't understand what you read.
I didn't say it right or what?
No sé, güey.
No, it was basically saying. The big thing was that
basically like a new violinist was being like a bitch, right?
Like imagine if I'm singing a coro, it's like negrita. Shut the fuck. I could just imagine.
I've seen Vargas do that, bro.
For real?
Yeah.
Like during a performance?
Yeah, like
a video?
No, it's in numbers.
Send me the link.
Huh? No, not a video. Like I was there. It was during a time where I even saw like Enrique Santiago on bass. He was like mad because something about the sound, like he went like backstage, and I was
he was like visibly mad.
No, not visible. Well, I don't know. I was a kid. It's not fine to me, you know.
It's like you as a kid, and you realize it later, like
yeah, I guess. But like it was like this is like the stage, right? Wait, mira. This was like the stage, right? Like this Vargas, those are like the violins, like the trumpets, like armonia, like the cameras. Right? And I was sitting on this side, so I could see into like kind of like the backstage from this side, and I could see like Enrique go back there, and he's like, "No, let's ver, quién sabe qué, que arregla esta mamada." And I was like, "Damn, he's really upset to be doing all of this, you know?" And then he came back, and he's just like como si nada. Yeah. And then that same time there was like a chorus thing going on, like the voices. Yeah. Okay. So I saw this guy. Well, I don't think he's in the group anymore. But he went up to the vihuela player and he was just like, shh, like shut the fuck up, like you know. And like it's like yo, you know. Yeah. So there was a lot of drama in that show, I guess.
Damn. You know what's crazy too? The whole thing about like realizing things when you're older.
Yeah.
When I didn't think about it, but like the first time I saw Vargas like live and in person, I never realized how much they walk out during the performance. Like you'll just like look up and like only 3 violins are up there, and it's like, where are they all at? And then they'll come back from like drinking a shot or something. Like they're just like back there. I'm guessing maybe they drink water too, but it's just like they would just drop out like all the time. Like everybody's just taking a bathroom break like in the middle of like this huge performance, which is like always funny to me. I'm like, what are you guys doing back there? I'm gonna show up like, what are you guys doing back here?
¿Tienes squirt?
Yeah. It's like, ¿qué quieres, güey? And they're all like making palomas and shit. Yeah. No, but yeah, I was oblivious to stuff like that. No, but going back to what she said, like I've never been able to deal with like someone who's marro because the reason why is because like I'm older. You know what I mean? Like if I was a kid, I'm like, okay, pues no sé nada. Like even now, if someone were to tell me something, like, okay, I get it. But it's like I'm old as fuck, bro. You're old as fuck. Like you can't just tell me like that. We're gonna have to throw hands. Like there's only one way to settle this. If someone went out of their way to like try to embarrass me during a game, I'm like, bro, we're about to fight. Like you can't just say things like that and think like like that.
Like you're not gonna get away with it. Like
like, cause honestly, like think about it like this. Like if something like that were to happen, like now you're trying to embarrass me. It's like me saying like, hey, dude, you look like a fucking idiot. Like me just coming up to someone random, like, hey, those are fine words, bro. Like, hey, estás tocando como pendejo or whatever, right? It's just like, bro, put them up. Like, square up. Like, you just like start dancing and shit. You're just like, we gonna do this. And even if I get my ass whooped, it's like, all right, but like, you can't just say things like that, you know? Like,
go back to morals. You can't do this.
Yeah. Like, it's my hood, bro. Like,
purple eye. Like, why would you do this?
Why would you do this? And then, like, after I get my ass whooped, it's like, damn. So that's why you did it. Like, you whoop my ass. Damn. It's like in movies, like whenever like they're like, we're about to fight. All right, whatever. Like, I'm a 4th-degree black belt. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you get your ass kicked. I'm like, well, that's why you can talk shit because you just beat me up.
They kick your knees, you just fucking bend. Like.
God damn. No, but that shit's trippy. No, but yeah, I've never been able to agree with that. Like, if you have something to tell me about my playing, okay, like tell me, but like not in front of clients, not in front of people, like to like active more because it tries to like make the person who says it sound like the smarter one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like si yo te digo algo like in front of everybody, it's because I'm trying to make myself look like I'm smarter than you.
Oh, yeah.
Para que todos sepan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't put in.
Yeah, so I'm just like, hey, bro, like, hey, just whenever you get a chance, like, fix that. Because ahí no se toca ahí eso. Like, pon atención. Like, I'd be like, what? Like, why are you saying it like that? You know?
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, but it just doesn't sound right in front of everybody. Like, why are you saying it like that, bro? Like, I'm not a student. You know, like, you're not my director. You're 40 years old, bitch. You know, like, it's just like, it's weird.
No, I agree.
No, yeah. But I mean, I guess in different situations, I guess there's a lot of things that can happen when it comes to like leaving a group like that. Like, for example, the way that because I don't have a lot of, that was the only group I got fired from a couple. One of them I got fired.
A couple?
Like, well, one of them, one group, it just kind of like disappeared, and then everybody kind of left from there. I went home for the summer in college, and then everybody just like went their separate ways. Like literally, they just went their separate ways. There was one time I was filling in for a group in Austin, and they just let me go after the person. Well, actually, Alexis from Los Sagas, he came back from the Valley. They were like, all right, Samuel, we don't need you anymore. And I'm like, damn. Kind of needed this. I needed this job. All right, bye. So I just like left. I was like, fuck, okay. So like they let me go there. And then there was one time I did quit though, and it was that first group that we went to. Because we were talking about this out. Apparently I didn't talk to you back then.
You didn't talk to me that much. If anything, we're like surface friends.
Surface?
Yeah, like we just like say hi to each other.
It was like one of those
and then you were like, I'm too cool. You're like, I'm too cool for school.
No, I still remember Victor when you came in. I remember I tried to get you to talk to everybody. I was like, vente way.
And then you're like, why are you the way that you are?
Yeah, literally.
You're like, why are you so skinny?
Because he was sitting in the corner, and I was like, hey man, come talk to the rest of
my
it's
because you gotta see it too, bro. Like I was the only freshman in that group. I was like, aquí me van a violar, güey. Ya, aquí me van a dar drogas, güey. Aquí me van a dar pinche alcohol, güey. Ya vale madre. Because you guys, I think there was even a gap. Because I think it was mainly juniors and seniors at the time. Because it was like Adrian on bass, it was Pepe on vihuela, and then you and Zara and like Brandy, you guys were like juniors, no?
Juniors.
Imagínate yo, güey, todo mequillo, like.
I just remember you were holding a guitar.
I was scared for my life, bro.
And you were all like, I told you to come, and then you got all red, and then you just started playing like Asturias. You're like,
I was
Damn.
practicing, bro. Cuando sí estudiaba.
Cuando sí estudiabas. No, but we were in another group. In my first group, I left that group because the boss was being just petty. Now to this day, I don't even remember what it was about. That's how old I am. Like I
remember.
what it was about.
Because we were like late to something. We were done. We did some.
No, he docked my pay for that.
I can't even remember. Like, he docked your pay?
Yeah, he docked my pay.
I don't know.
And we were already making like $40 an hour. So like to go from 40 to 30.
I didn't know that.
See,
For real, you got docked?
yeah.
How much you get paid?
It's probably like $30. Yeah, I was pretty
Damn, I
trash.
didn't know that, bro.
I remember I got the money. I was like, this doesn't look right, and it wasn't right.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Because I only knew it was because I can never tell the competitions in high school, but we had something going on. It was FASBA or MASBA or something.
the FAFSA competition.
Yeah, let's see. Like,
First place gets money for college.
Yeah.
Second place, bro, you better get those loans. Right?
I don't know. That was UIL.
No,
or
MASBA. We had MASBA back
They
then.
all sound the same to me.
Yeah,
Point is, we had something to do, and it was you, me, and like 2 other guys. And then we
were all
showed
high
up. We
schoolers.
showed up
Yeah.
kind of late because when we showed up, like they were already playing. Like you could hear them playing, like in the house.
it was a gig.
So we were like, yeah. So we were. So I remember we were kind of like, oh, should we go in because they're already playing and like we don't know what to do, because we're kids, right? And that's when they came out, like, and he came out all mad, and he was kind of like, "The fuck y'all doing out here? Like, pa qué? It's on my que." And then we went to another gig, and it was just kind of like very awkward. Remember that?
Yeah, he would give me the silent treatment, like
Yeah.
the silent treatment, like a lot.
Yeah. And
Like
it
he
was
would just like play like to not even like to the side of me anymore. It was more like, bitch. He's like, bitch.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I just remember that, and I remember I just got tired of it because it was like very weird. I felt very adult in this situation, so like, I told them like, hey man, nothing against you or your group. But I was like, because I quit cold turkey. Like it was.
Yeah, I was there, bro. We were practicing. We were
It was
doing
a
Fiesta
whole
in
thing?
Jalisco. I was like, what the
We
fuck?
were?
I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I remember that day vividly, bro.
I remember being sitting there.
27 de marzo. What?
I remember sitting there, and I remember looking at everybody when because I didn't know how to say it. 'cause
You pulled a Victor, bro. You were like me. You're just con tu abuelita, güey. You're like in the back. You're like, pum 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 pum, dun, 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 you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never heard this song in my life. What the fuck is this? Yeah. and then like at the end of that rehearsal, like bueno, muchas gracias por venir. Mariachi, you understand? No, you were just like, you were just like, you know, after a long day of thought,
I did have a little bit of a speech.
I decided it's my time to go.
I didn't say all that. I didn't
And
say
then he
all that.
started like crying, bro.
I didn't
He
cry.
came up to me, me
I didn't
besó en la boca.
I do remember tearing up, and my voice did break a little bit. And I remember because like everybody else is a little upset too, so I was like, damn. It really felt like I was in a movie, bro. I was like, and then I went up to someone else, and I'm like, and the boss didn't come up to me at all.
Yeah,
I remember
that.
he was still like petty.
I said some corny ass shit. I was like, moving on to better things. And I'm like, and you're like, bro,
You did say some
and you were like, I got no work, bro. Like, I got nothing set up for me right now.
And then I remember you were saying bye to me like I was gonna see you at school like the next day.
No, because it was summer.
It was summer?
It was like, yeah. Like, I didn't
Oh.
even see you after a while.
Because after that was
You
when I started playing.
graduated.
Yeah, I had graduated. No.
Yeah. Because that's when you started playing with Allende, and then you went to like, so that's when you went
Yeah.
to Texas State.
Damn, was there? Oh yeah. Damn, you're right. After that, I didn't see you that much. Damn.
I was just like,
There was a while where you and me were like,
what do you mean? What does that mean?
because like I
That's
went to
good.
college. I didn't really talk. Have you ever looked at our messages from Snapchat? They're very inappropriate, bro.
What?
Like if you go like, you know how back then you could save some messages? There's some language on there that would get us canceled, bro. You know how like
No mames.
just like if you scroll all the way up, it'll go back years.
No mames.
See you.
¿Cuántas veces?
Anyway, but yeah, there was a while where, you know, I went to college, you stayed in school. Damn, it sounds like our love story.
I know, mames, de veras. What are all these pictures?
Yeah, I don't know.
This from 2014. Send that again.
Yeah, 2014. That's
shit! I can't even say this out loud.
That's what I'm saying. If anybody gets a hold of those, bro, we're done. Charro canceled, dog. Canceled beans. Dang, still to this day, bro. Chingon. But yeah, anyway, so I left that group, and we kind of that was the only time that I left the group, though. And I told you that afterwards he texted me too, right?
La Cuata, I forgot about her.
I remember. Like,
la
verga. Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Did you remember though? I told you that he texted me afterward.
Who?
The boss. Like
I forgot. Bro, I'm lost. I had no idea there was.
He basically texted me like, "Hey, like I'm sorry for everything. You're my
he
brother."
texted you?
He's like, "Yeah, like you're my brother," and I'm like, "No, see, wait, you know, it's a fucked up situation." And then he blocked me on all social media and on my family, which is weird. You're not paying attention to a word I'm saying. I'm over here having a.
You need to find your little shawty that likes skinny dudes. Jesus,
that was for you, right?
See, and
now you're not skinny. Yeah, you're like all beefcake.
Damn, bro.
Can you focus?
Right. Damn. No manches. You. Ay, güey. ¿Qué sigue?
How was their week? How did it go without Arturo? Like I said, like Arturo didn't come.
Arturo, bro. Thursday night, he's just like, "Oh yeah, I'm not coming."
On Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
I feel like that's important information, you know? Like, to brace for.
I feel like whenever, again, like we said it, you're going to listen to another podcast. Every time he comes, like, something happens, something breaks.
Which a lot of things happened. Well, no, you want to do Thursday first?
Well, Thursday no pasó nada because he was there.
Oh, I do have a queja.
On
What's up with all the guys thinking that we're a karaoke machine, bro?
On Thursdays, specifically?
Yeah. Because, okay, I understand. Like, people know what they're getting into going to seafood, right? I feel like seafood is turning to burros. Like, we get, like, a lot of regulars. Like,
yeah, it's the same people.
We kind of know the restaurant, you know?
Where we know who's going to show up, at what time even. Yeah.
And I feel like people know what they're getting into. They're like, we're going to go get some crab legs, you know, una margarita.
Yeah.
You know, una margarita de $20.
$20.
Nah, I don't know. It's like 12, right?
It feels like 20.
And listen to some mariachi, you know? Like, they sing good. Like, you know, Arturo's a good singer. Like, Boy's a good singer. Sometimes Paco goes. Sometimes Flaco goes. And they know what they're getting into, you know? Mm-hmm. But then, like, once Talon starts, like, there's some people there that love to sing every song, which is fine. If you want to sing every song, you're paying for it. Okay. But at the same time, I'm like, all of these people around you, like, they're not here for that. You know?
It's more like because, like, they're hugging the mic. You know?
Yeah,
like,
that too.
Now, like, it's, like, not even our show anymore. It's, like, you're going to listen to my very untuned bad singing for an hour.
Which...
hour.
These people are not the worst singers. But I do get tired of their voice after, like, 2 songs.
Bro, after a song, I'm tired of them motherfuckers.
Because it's, like...
It's the same shit.
That too, it's the same songs. That was like
same as the ones from last week.
And it's kind of like, I can't imagine, like, I'm thinking for the clients. Like, clients are there kind of like trying to have a good time.
Well, other clients get mad.
Bro?
Yeah, you don't see them
well, yeah, because that too, other clients want, like, mariachi songs too, you know? But
we never get to them.
Yeah, because this guy has, like, millions of dollars, I guess. And, like, he'll keep us there with him all night.
There was one time that I remember specifically for that guy that you're talking about or someone else, but we were playing there for the bar. Someone kept asking us, like, for a song, like, no, ya vengan, you know, come play for me one. And they left, like, pissed. They're like, no. Like, I could hear them, like, eran como unos 3, like, vatos. You know, like, no, pues nomás quieren tocar pa ese cabrón allí, quién sabe qué. Well, I remember just thinking, like, damn, like, one day we're going to get someone who's just, like, pissed, like, bro, I just keep fucking playing for them.
Which that would be on them, because, I mean, we're not gonna go like we have like a little gold mine right here, you know, like we're just like milking this guy like from all his 20s, and then we can't just go with you who only has one song, you know, because then that cuts our line of profit.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you can't really blame us for it because we go whoever like got us first. It's like whoever has the potato, you know.
You got potatoes.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my complaint for Thursday. I'm like for Friday. It's just what the fuck, you know, like what the fuck, burros.
Yeah, Arturo didn't show up, so he got Dieguini on trumpet, and then was that it? Oh no, he had gone Hector.
Yeah. But so the plan was you brought it up, right?
Yeah, I brought it up to Arturo because I was like, who you gonna bring tomorrow? Like, because I mean, honestly, like to replace Arturo is like two people. You're replacing a trumpet and you're replacing a singer. So that's what he had in mind. He was like, I can bring Hector to play and sing, and then I can bring Diego on trumpet so he can fill in the trumpet. And I brought up the fact, I was like, well, si quieres, if you're gonna bring a guitar and a vihuela, someone that can play guitar and vihuela, put them on that. I'll play guitarrón, and then Victor can play harp, and we'll have the full armonía. And then that way, both singers can go up and sing whenever they want, and it'll be chill. Did you practice?
No.
I was gonna say that's pretty cute. You're just like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna practice.
I'm like cling 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 cling. Oh fuck.
So that was the plan. So we ended up doing that. So like leaving the house, I was like chingon, you know, like I'll bring my guitarrón. Like I was like, I get to brush up a little bit on my bass, you know, because I only play it in church. So like I like playing it in mariachi settings so I can, you know, practice more. So I was like, okay, chingon, I'm gonna play guitarrón. So as I was leaving my house, so I saw my vihuela in the corner. Luckily, it was right there by the door, because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take it just in case. Something inside of me told me, just take it with you, you know. So me la llevé, and I started driving, and I was like barely getting on the freeway, and Boyo calls me, and he's like, hey, wait, like, are you already on your way? I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you have your vihuela? And I think he was expecting me to say no, but I was like, actually, yeah. Why? He's like, okay, good, because Hector isn't coming. I'm like, what? He's like, because I didn't, and I was like, well, that's a problem too, because I don't have my strap. I had the vihuela, but I didn't have my strap. So I was like, wait, why isn't he coming? He's like, well, I don't know, but he just called and said he's not going to come. So I was like, fuck. Have y'all told Victor? And I'm guessing he didn't call you, right? So when you got there, I was like, hey, wait, ¿qué crees?
Because I thought the dilemma was, oh, fuck, what was it? Oh, because like a bocina broke again or something with the... Right?
On top of that...
I thought that was the problem. And then you guys were like, no, it's on no way. Like, the other one, I'm like, what's the other one? It's like, the Flaco's not coming. I'm like, no, mames. And then I'm like, okay, so what are we going to do now? And you're like, well, I guess you're back on base. I'm like, back on base? Like, I didn't bring my base. And you're like, I brought mine. I'm like, fuck.
I was like, tú me lo vendiste, güey.
I even took off the gala on my traje, because my trajes son toritos, güey. So I'm like, I knew if I touched your shit, like, yo te lo iba a rayar, güey. Ya le rayó en la vihuela, so I'm like, si le rayo las dos, pues me va a
ser el paro, güey.
Sí, güey. Like, and then I saw, well, should we say it?
You saw? So what?
I'm like,
¿Qué traes?
No sé, güey. No, like, fuck. I don't know, bro. Es mucha drama, güey, you know? Pues es que son mamás, güey.
¿Qué, güey?
No sé. No sé, like, me quiero animar, pero no me quiero animar.
Just say, bro. No pasa nada.
Estás bien guapo.
Oh. I can see how controversial.
Your face. No, it's because, like, I think it's very shitty to, like, when you give your word to show up and then you don't show up to a job.
That's not controversial, you know? Bro.
Huh?
That's not controversial.
It is to me.
No, it's not. Like,
yeah, because
like,
then you see this guy working with another group. Like,
because
for another group.
He went to go play with somebody else, which, yeah. I mean, because he only works in this, right?
No, he works like construction or something.
Okay, look, I think it is a little messed up that he last minute said he wasn't gonna go.
Super last minute, bro. Like,
yeah, because I was telling you, I was like, at least Paco came, because if he didn't come, like, we would have been screwed, bro. It would have been the freshman team out there, like, and we going to Burros is like throwing us in the lines. Then, like, you know, like, you don't know what the hell's gonna happen in there, you know. So if it would just been like you, me, Diegini, though Mike would have been, you know, the most experienced.
The Mike didn't go.
Oh, you're right. He wasn't there. So it would have just been you, me, Diegini,
Mickey,
and Boyo. That's the freshman team, bro. Like, we would have been screwed.
Yeah.
Like, so luckily Paco did come, so he was able to sing a lot, you know, because Paco sí se chinga muchas, you know. Canciones. Yeah. Canciones, you know.
No, sí, también, sí.
También, no, sí. Sí. But yeah, like, since Hector, like, called last minute and said no, we're like, damn, like, well, that kind of sucks, because you already told Arturo you were coming. So we, like, planned this whole thing. The whole armonía, we were like, chingón, güey, vamos a estar como la armonía del Vargas, güey, con madres, güey, pero valió madres.
Pues
y
sí.
Todo para qué.
I brought my harp and everything, bro.
For real. And you still took it out, though, at the end of the day.
Like 2 songs.
Yeah, at the end, when we did Talon, it was like nobody was there anymore. And
we're like, fuck it, we'll do it live.
We decided to, like, jam at the end. We had like 2 songs. We were like, oh, and you play Veracruz? You said you had never played that one on there, or see?
What? No, it's because, like, first song I take it out, right? And Paco was like, no, pues, pues el Cascabel, no?
Yeah, he wanted to play Cascabel, yeah.
Like, I'm barely walking, you want me to run, bro? Like, let me warm up, you know?
You
like,
no,
pues Veracruz or something, you know? Just to warm up. And they're like, okay, sale. And then, like, okay, like, ya acabamos. Like, like, ya pa' qué?
Ya pa' qué, güey, yeah. No, yeah. But it was different, obviously, because Arturo wasn't there. The speaker broke. Hector didn't show up. So, like, it felt like everything was going wrong. We're like, fuck, dude. Like, I miss Arturo, güey. And even, like, clients, like, they'll be looking at us like, where's the curly-haired guy?
Un tal chino,
yeah.
Arturo's, like, in the beaches of Gabas.
Yeah. Arturo was straight chilling.
Like,
on vacation, bro. He's just like... And no, he always, like, sends his messages on the chat. I'm like, wait, you're on vacation, vete pa' allá, güey. You know, like, relax, bro.
Like, Charros, a esta hora, I'm like, tú cállate, güey. You're not here.
Yeah. And then, it worked out because we didn't have that much work regardless. We had 2 hours in, what was the name? Collinsville?
Right.
It was in the freaking boonies. Like, we had to go all the way to, like, you know, the middle of nowhere just to go to this venue.
I had no signal.
No signal. Yeah. And we got there. It was a 2-hour gig. It was a wedding, which I know for sure that shit was expensive. That little farmhouse looking shit had to be like 15 grand, bro, just to rent for that day. Bro? It had to be.
It was kind of tiny too, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's because you get like the views. It's right next to like this man-made lake. You know, all your guests can have all these photo opportunities around, you know, because it looks nice. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's kind of small in there, you know. And the whole time, like, we were supposed to play inside, but we played like over an hour in the little patio area that was outside. We played like during the little like cocktail hour, which wasn't bad, you know. It was whatever. You couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear anything, like, at all.
Yeah,
and we were all right next to each other. It was really weird. And then it was funny. Okay, so the groom was white. He's a white boy. And then the girl was, I'm guessing, Mexican. She was Hispanic, or she was brown. So that's how this mixing of cultures happened, you know, because they're getting married. So, like, there was a lot of Caucasians, a lot of Hispanics, you know, and they were intermingling with each other. And during the little performance that we're putting on outside, it was funny though, because I told you I pointed out that one white dude to you. Because, like, as soon as we started playing, like, cumbias or jarabes or polquitas así or whatever, las mexicanas, the ladies were all, like, together, the Mexican ladies. They started dancing and they started twirling, like, their dresses and stuff. And I told you, I was like, hey, wait, look at that guy over there. And it was, like, a dude in a blazer. And, like, you know how, like, white people, when they get, like, hot, they get red?
Yeah.
He was all red. Yeah. So he was just like looking over, and I think he had never seen so much culture in his life, where he was just like, damn, like this is real life. Like I think the dude's name was Lane. Lane, like I thought Paco le llaman el drive-thru. Drive-thru lane. But that guy had never seen so much culture because he's just like staring at him like.
He's like, I do this every weekend.
Yeah, bro. You're just looking at him like he would look back, look at his wife, and then he'd look back. He just had like this face. It wasn't a stank face, but it was like I'd never seen this before, and it'd probably be the first and last time I see this shit.
Well, I'm gonna see a lot more.
Well, yeah. Ahora con el drive-thru. Yeah, I like that.
Carretera.
And then, bro, so we gotta talk about you being super sus, bro. The sus of the century.
That's Paco. That's Paco, bro. If you hear
that's how it started.
If you heard the shit Paco tells me, bro,
that's how it started.
You would think, huh?
That's how it started. You were all like, yeah, I thought Paco. You were like, I thought Paco. Like, that guy right there looks like Paco. I thought you were saying that a guy looks like Paco.
Nah.
So I looked over. I'm like, which guy?
From the back, bro.
Well, okay, if you know Paco, who plays with our group, he got ass, bro. Like he's double cheeked up, bro. Like, you know, and it honestly, it's gotten a little bit smaller since he started doing CrossFit. Because you remember when he was thick, when Paco was like, Taco? Not Paco, Taco.
Taco.
I have pictures. I never thought. You know, it's okay. I never thought he was like a big guy, but like, you know how like whenever they lose weight, you notice the difference. But like I never thought he was like big or fat or nothing or pudgy. But like if you ask him, he's like, no, güey, con bien pinche gordo. Like he would just like straight up insult himself. I'm like, damn, bro, like I didn't mean it like that. He's like, no, güey, pinche puerco antes. I'm like, fuck. Like,
he says that?
Yeah,
I never heard him say it.
Yeah, like, oh, just in general, people do that too, and I don't like that because then it makes me feel like, what does that make me, bro? Like, you know, like I would never say that about myself. I'm scared. Anyway, but he'll just be like, yeah, because he was a little bit bigger than, but he had ass, bro. Like, you know, it was there. Like, so right now that he's like slimmed down, like it's still there, you know. It be out here, you know.
Yeah.
And you can see it with that traje, you know. So you very sussly pointed out, you're like, hey, wait, look at that guy over there. It's Paco, wait. And I looked at him, and you're talking about this like super Caucasian looking dude. And I'm like, that looks nothing like Paco. Paco's like,
and then he turned around.
Brown.
And then he turned around. It's like, bam. And then she's fucking.
I looked.
Wait. That shit looked like Kim Kardashian, bro. Like on that picture where she has a.
I'm not gonna front. This bro got ass, bro. Like he had. His
bro, like his girl was like leaning on it, kind of like a.
He had a short girlfriend. He had a short girlfriend, and she was like.
Yeah, like this.
Bro, like this the whole time, and I'm thinking like, damn, like, bro, you could put your beer up there. You could eat cereal.
And like, what was Chrissy was like the proportion, because I mean you could tell he worked out obviously.
He was built
because it was like, you know, like a nice lean body, like from the profile, like it was like a nice V shape, right? And then you turn it around and it's kind of like a minuscula. How do you say that?
Bro, why are you drooling?
Oh, my bad. ¿Cómo se dice minúscula?
What?
Minúscula? Lowercase.
Lowercase?
It was like a lowercase b because that shit was so fucking fat. And bro, like, okay. Kiwi. Like,
so I didn't say it was so fucking fat. You said that. You said that.
¿Qué tiene? Like, I appreciate the game, bro. Like, le echo ganas, you know? You see someone at the gym with that type of thing, you're like, hey, bro. With respetos, you know, you're doing good, bro.
He did his what are they called? Bulgarian squats.
Bulgarian split squats.
That's what I said. Yeah. So like
he did his hip thrusts.
I don't know what he did, bro, but that shit had like that should look like a right angle. That should look like a P.
A right angle.
A right angle. You know, 90 degrees. It was like back. Ass.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It was right angle.
Nah, I was like that shit looked like a planet, bro. It was like perfectly around, like.
And there was we got it at all angles too, because he was facing away, then he was facing like to the side, and then at one point he was facing like that way. So it was just like in front of us.
It's...
And bro, I kept looking at you, and you'd be like,
what? Okay, no, I wasn't doing that.
Way.
No, I wasn't doing that.
I would look over at you, and I'm like, sir,
no, tampoco.
And I'd be like, why are you red? I'm like, I'm not red. I'm like, bro, you can't hide it. I'm the one seeing it.
It's hot out here, bro. Like, we're outside.
No, so
but I'm just saying, like, I respect the game. You know, he looked good. Like, es mi ejemplo a seguir, you know?
Did you get his number?
Huh?
You thought about it, right?
No.
No, for like workout advice.
No, I was like,
like,
bro, you're looking good. I'm like, Thursday afternoon. Sun is still out.
Yeah, but that wedding was funny. They were watching us or whatever. We played for like inside for another 30 minutes or something, so it went by pretty quick. I was starving already. I was just ready to eat, bro. I hadn't eaten anything all day. So whenever they gave us like access to the buffet and they gave us like the chicken didn't have any flavor. It didn't have any flavor, but I still ate 2 of them because I was hungry, bro. And I grubbed so hard.
For real, that's ni sal tenía.
Ni sal, güey. But you could tell that was like the food that comes with the venue. Like it's like where if you get that venue, you have to get this food. But like
the salad had more flavor.
Yeah, like
they had the
ya comiéndolo con the salad and the potatoes were good too. Like they had like some parmesan on there.
Yeah, potatoes.
Yeah, you didn't see them?
So like
maybe you didn't get any because there was only a little bit when I got some. But those were really good. So like ya combinado con todo, I'm like
the margaritas were good too.
I did get a margarita.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. So then we left, and then we had 1 hour at the end of the night. It was for people from Sinaloa, apparently. So they, bro, we about to get shot. Straight up.
See, wait, if there's people you don't mess with, is Sinaloa, Culiacan.
You know, as soon as we walked in, they were like, aquí pura gente de Sinaloa. And I'm like, fuck.
Sí, güey. El papá, güey, he looked like a fucking narco.
A little bit, right?
I was like, fuck, ya valió verga.
Yeah. As soon as we got there, they wanted to hear, they kept asking for that whole, no se va, no se va. La de no se va. And then la de Bonita. You know Bonita, right?
Yeah.
Bonita. Na, 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 na. So, like, those are the songs. And as I was telling you, bro, like, Mexico, with how much it changes its musical taste, is unbearable. Like it happens like almost every week, bro.
It's not just Mexico though. That happens here too.
No, well, yeah, everybody already jumped off the Bad Bunny train, I think. Well, at least
Bad Bunny also did. He's digging his own grave, bro.
No, yeah, but I think at the same time, like this is just gonna last until another album comes out, and they're gonna be like Bad Bunny, baby.
It won't be as big though. I can believe that.
Nah, I feel.
I don't think it will be as big.
Everybody's gonna swallow everything, all their pride, and they're just gonna listen to it. Go to his tour, act like nothing happened.
What I'm saying is like someone else, until someone else comes out, like it's always the same thing. There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
You know where that's from?
There's always a bigger fish. Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What episode?
I don't remember. Hey, but I got it. It was from Star Wars.
Fake, bro.
What episode?
Not the Menace. It's Qui-Gon. When they're when they're under the water.
Yeah, se lo come. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, I saw that one when I was a kid.
Me too.
And on VHS.
And I still remember.
And I only seen it one time after.
I only saw it in English, bro.
Bro,
and I didn't know English at the time.
all I remember is the battle at the end. Yeah, that was the best part. Yeah, that's the best part. I would always fast forward all the way till the end. You know how long that would take as a fast forward? You have to like hold
the movies, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy that they're supposed to be longer than they're supposed to be too.
Yeah, so like as a kid, like to fast forward, I mean it's probably like 2, almost 3 hours you're fast forwarding, so it took a while, bro.
Rayabas la cinta, güey.
Yeah, so you just, and then when I finally saw like, you know, where he comes out, you know, he just kind of like moves them. I'm like, oh shit, play. You know, yeah, that shit was fucking lit. All right, we're gonna go into Charro Chat real quick before we take off. Dude, if you're listening to this pod and you hear me coughing, it's because I'm literally dying. So I'm doing my best to try to,
He's
finish this.
fine.
Tu kay tu it. This person says, what instruments outside of mariachi instruments do you guys play? Piano, ukulele, etc. Do you play anything?
You play like bajo sexto, right?
Oh yeah, back in the Dizzy, I learned to play bajo because it's really easy. Nomás le echas adornos, primera, segunda, tercera. That's how I learned it. I learned it very improper. I played with the norteño band before I started gigging, actually, in mariachi. My dad bought a bajo sexto, like at a pulga. Bought it one day and he said, "You're in a band." And I'm like, okay. It was like a family friends band. It was just like, yeah. I mean, for me, it was chingon because it was like, they would pay me like money and I would go play like, gigs. I didn't know any of the songs. This is before I knew any rap, even norteño rap or nothing like I didn't know anything. So they would just tell me like, I would be like, ¿Qué tono? They'd be like, fa. But I still didn't know it like how I would on a guitar. Like I would just like be like, dun, 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 and it would go like to fa. I'm like, okay. Because from there, it's all just positioning. So I would just play the whole song based on the position. I listened to when primera, segunda, tercera are, and that's it. We didn't play a lot of songs with minors and all that shit.
Yeah.
So like it was nothing but primera, segunda, tercera. So it was perfect. So I would play like, 4-hour gigs and me daban money. And for me, that was like chingon. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm making money, bro. I'm fucking rich. And then I started gigging mariachi. So, yeah.
That's cool.
But I play bajo. I play guitar. I can play ukulele. It's just like a golpe. I want to play harp.
So that way?
Yeah, dude. I want to learn. No, I just need to practice more.
Dale, güey.
Do you play anything else? Or are you bored?
I can play stand-up bass.
Oh, you were in the orchestra for a little bit, right?
That's where I noticed I had a good. I knew how to like transfer my skills because I started playing like guitar and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
huh?
I was just say like one of my students, she plays double bass in the orchestra, and like it's funny because she's like super quiet. She's like she's super nice. She's very quiet, like her voice. It even sounds quiet, But I think she listens to like music like that where like they have a double bass. So like she'll be like, playing stuff in the orchestra, but then she'll be like bum bum bum. I'm like, when the first time I heard that, I was like, I didn't expect that coming from her, so I was just like, it tripped me out. But it was funny. Yeah. That's all I got.
Cool.
Yeah, you play anything else?
I don't know. Does would Harana count? It's kind of the same thing.
Oh, it's different position, right?
It's a different position, but it's the same thing essentially.
Oh,
Or like U bass. That one's weird because the strings feel very like gummies.
Gummy?
Yeah, they feel like gummies. But they feel like the plastic they use for the weed eater.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, it was weird. It sounds cool though.
Yeah.
That's it, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Was the group y'all play with now y'all's first group? No, we talked about it this time. My first group was technically Mariachi Imperial de Fort Worth back in 2009. They were around at the time for a couple of years already. I think when I came in, I still remember my first rehearsal. I didn't have a vihuela yet. I just played vihuela at school. And they asked me to come down because remember he used to live like right there, right next to Northside.
Yeah.
So I walked there. I remember after school one day, and we were in that little practice. He let me borrow a vihuela that he had, which really sucked. Now looking back, like the vihuela was not good. But yeah, that was like my first like little practices or whatever. And after that, it took me a little bit, but I got to like the gigging, and that was my very first like gigs, way back in the day.
Look at you, bro.
Yeah,
Growing up.
don't fail.
Pues sí. Como todos.
Was that your first group too?
No, mine was Mariachi Estrada Tejana from JP Older Middle School.
Nah, wait.
No, yeah, it was, yeah.
It was. I remember because I still remember. I mentioned your name, bro. I threw your name in the box.
He got me in there.
Because I remember he was like, do you know anybody? And
He was like, do you know a bass player? He's like, I know Victor. Who's play bass? No.
Yeah. Because you were already playing harp or guitar at the time, no?
Guitar for sure. And like bass, casi nada. It was mainly like guitar, vihuela, golpe.
Yeah.
But nothing complicated.
Yeah, the first night he came to our planta back then, Man, you were struggling. I remember. I still have like the image in my head. Like you still look the same as
I
now.
still have the anxiety in my head.
You was just all skinny, and I remember you just holding the base. Like if it was like if you moved it, it was gonna like bite you or something. You just kind of like
Bro, that shit was scary.
It was.
I still remember the anxiety. Like though. So.
I was probably saying them in English.
Oh, probably.
I was probably like G, C, B.
I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, you were just crashing and burning so
I'm
hard.
like, no, I was like, no sabo.
Yeah. This last one says, do you report your income for tax purposes? If not, how would y'all feel if you had to?
It sucks because I do that.
Me too. Elaborate.
Fuck.
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah, I think it's best.
Who is this IR?
Yeah.
Who
get paid? This is for fun. Like.
Yeah, I do it for hugs and kisses. Honestly, I don't get paid anything.
Yeah, I do it to be with the homies.
At the end of the day, Arturo comes up to me. He's like, "We played 6 hours. You get 6 kisses and 6 pats on the back." So me da 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every once in a while, he throws an extra one, and I'm like, "Oh!" And then he like rolls my back a little bit, and then we just call it a day.
I made los chocolates.
You getting chocolate, bro?
The kisses?
Ha!
I'm like, damn, you got those, bro?
See you,
fucking loser.
He just goes.
Damn.
Nah, yeah. I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say.
Está bien.
I was like, the cameras are watching, things are watching.
I know. I'm like, you want to cut this part out.
I might just say, do you report? And we'll leave it on that note.
Yeah.
How about you send me a message? And you tell me what you do, and then we'll go from there. All right.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you guys for watching and listening.
Yeah.
Rate,
Right.
like,
Write us
subscribe,
letters,
comment. Como dicen los YouTubers, like click on that bell, right?
Oh yeah, for notifications.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some people that have it on.
Yeah. Oh,
Like they told me, they told me before.
right. Click
Like
on
where
that.
it tells me like that, whenever I post a video, beside the little drop down, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I appreciate that.
Do that. Share with for your homework today. I did that with the kids. I left them homework. I was like, practice your inversions. So for you guys, your homework is to deliver, share this video with your friends or family.
Yeah.
Por favor. And if you do it, you get 6 hugs and 6 kisses.
Yeah, just like we do after.
And 6 high fives. High fives.
Sure.
666.
Chingon. That's it, guys. You guys have a good rest of your week, and we hope that you do good things in life.
Or not. Burn the world down.
Do what you.
That's
I
cool
just want to
too.
get better, bro.
What?
Oh, I can't breathe.
Bro, you notice on the last episode you could see your white ass legs?
Yeah, bro.
Parece que tienes calzones, güey.
I know, dude. Look.
Bro, stop.
If I go any higher,
It
bro,
gives me needs.
it'll be. If I go any higher, the whiteness, it would look like, when you look at the sun dead on and it's like a white. I'm not saying look at the sun dead on, but I'm saying if you were to see it, it's like just a blank white. That's what you would see.
So I'm like in the middle when they throw, I think it's like a black cat or something like that. Like the firework.
Mm-hmm.
And like for like 2 seconds, it turns into like day.
Yeah. No, the only person that's seen all the way up here is my wife, my dear loving wife.
Pobrecita.
Pobrecita, yeah. I don't know how she's not blind. Anyway, I'll see you guys.
That's why she wears sunglasses.
Maybe.
That makes sense.
Yeah, kind of. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh. Bro, I know they're white, but you never show yours. Oh my god. No, that's whiter than me. God damn, bro.
Transparent, bro.
Wait, wear some shorts.
No way. I'm in too deep. Can't do it.
Or go to the lake.
No way.
No, es que no pero.